Good day, sir. I am Sandra Lumivihason from BSA 1I Crop Science Horticulture. So for this video presentation, I will be discussing the weighted voting system. So weighted voting system is one in which some voters have more weight on the outcome of an election. This is commonly used in stockholders of the company, electoral college, United Nations Security Council, European Union, and etc. A weighted voting system of N voters is written like this, where Q is the quota and WN through WN represent the weights of voter 1 to the last voter. A quota is the number of votes that are required to pass a motion or measure. Each voter controls a certain number of votes, which are called the weight of that voter. The quota must be over half to the total weights and cannot be more than total weight. And note that if quota is outside of the range in the inequality above, the said weighted voting system is invalid. So now let's move on to the second topic, which is the various voting system. First is one person, one vote system. Second is dictatorship. Third is null system. And the last one is veto power system. So one person, one vote system. This is a weighted voting system where every voter is assigned to weight of 1. For example of this one is this. 5 and 7 kawan, which means there are 7 voters and the quota is 5. Since 5 is more than half of 7, a simple majority is required to pass any measure. And second is dictatorship. Dictatorship occurs when one voter has a weight that is equal to or greater than the quota. For example of this one is this. The quota is 20 and the weight is 21, 6, 5, 4, and 3. The first voter has 21 votes, while the quota is only 20. This person can pass anything they want, even if the other 4 voters with a combined weight of 18 all vote yes, they cannot reach 20 without the dictator. Third is null system. A null system is a broken system where it is mathematically impossible to pass any measure. This happens when the sum of all available votes is less than the quota. So, mas less than siya sa quota, not unlike sa dictatorship. So, for example of this one is this. The quota is 28 and the weight of the voters is 6, 3, 5, and 2. So the weights is total 16. Since 16 is less than 28, even an unanimous yes vote from everyone will fail. And for the veto power system, in this system, a voter has a veto power if their support is necessary for the quota to be reached. It is possible for more than one player to have veto power or for no player to have veto power. For example of this one is this one. The quota is 21 and Since the quota is also 21 for the total, every single voter must vote yes for a measure to pass. If even the person with only one vote says no, the total reaches only 20, which is below the quota. Therefore, in this specific example, every voter has veto power. So now let's dive into the third topic, which is the coalition and weighted voting system. There are 6 types of these topics, which is the coalition, winning coalition, losing coalition, critical voter, dictator, and dummy. Number of possible coalition in N voters. It is defined that the number of possible coalition of N voters is 2N subtracted to 1. First example is a weighted voting system is given by this. The quota is 6 and there are voters A to voters D. So, the first question is, what is the quota? So, the answer is 6. How many voters are in the system? The answer is 4. What is the weight of voter B? The second voter, which is 3. What is the weight of the coalition? The coalition of this is A and C. The answer is 6 because the voters A has 4 votes and the voter C has 2 votes, which is the total of 6. Is A and B a winning coalition? The answer is no. Which voters are critical voters in coalition? A, C, and D. The answer is A and C. How many winning coalition can be formed? The answer is 7 winning coalition. Why? Because there are sa 4 ka voters, mabahin siya to 7. First is A and B. Second is A and C. Third is A, B, C. Fourth is A, B, D. Fifth is A, C, D. Sixth is B, C, D. And the last is A, B, C, and D. How many coalitions consist of exactly 3 voters? The answer is 4 coalitions. There are 4 voters nga mabahin siya by 3. First is ABC, second is ABD, third is ACD, and the last one is B, C, and D.